Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reviewing Atelier Cologne's newest fragrance, Bohemian Orange Blossom. Yes, that's right. It is another citrus fragrance from the house, and I'm excited to review this floral summery beauty for you guys. So if you'd like to know what I think, thank you. For transparency purposes, this was not sent to me to review, and I also did not purchase this. This is actually my mom's. She lent this to me, but I am a huge fan of Atelier Cologne. I love their citrus fragrances. I just enjoy their fragrances in general. And this is a fragrance that has been on my radar when I first heard about it. She got it first, and I've been wearing her fragrance to be able to review it for you guys. So this was not sent to me to review, so this is not like a free bottle review, but this is also something I did not purchase. So if you care where a bottle came from, this is more of a something borrowed video rather than something blue or anything like that. Now, I would consider Atelier Cologne to be an introductory niche house. Very wearable, very easy to understand. Most of their fragrances I don't find to be crazy challenging or intimidating, and their price point, albeit is expensive, it's not unreasonably priced. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're an affordable fragrance house, but they're not exceptionally expensive where you're going to have to refinance your house to be able to afford a partial bottle of one of their fragrances. Now, one thing that I enjoy about their scents is how wearable and easy they are. These aren't going to be complex fragrances. These are going to be easy and effortless scents. And I love what they do with really focusing on an idea and just celebrating that, specifically with citruses and florals. Now, Bohemian Orange Blossom obviously is going to be celebrating orange blossom. So the major notes in here, you're going to have orange, orange blossom, and neroli. And I'm going to say that this definitely does smell very similar to orange sanguine, and I will kind of get into that as I review it. Now, orange blossom notes, neroli notes, citrusy notes really work well in summer, and being somebody who lives in the swamp in currently central northern Florida, I used to live in southern Florida, I understand the types of fragrances that work well in heat and humidity. I also love orange blossoms. You know, growing up in Florida, you pretty much smell it everywhere, and it is a beautiful scent. And I also like fragrances that have something to them, that have a complexity and a wearability. And there's something about neroli and orange blossom, those particular notes, they're not just like a floral note. There is a brightness to them, a greenness to them, sometimes a bitterness to them, sometimes a soft, sensual creaminess to them. And when they're kind of blended together with other things, they add complexity with adding a fussiness. And I do genuinely enjoy that. What I like about this fragrance is that it's not a bright fragrance, actually. It's a fresh, spicy, slightly citrusy, sour fragrance. It's a concentrated, juicy fragrance on the skin, and that works really well, especially if you're tired of those bright, sparkly, musky, floral, citrusy fragrances that you smell everywhere in the middle of summer. And those smell really, really nice, and I do genuinely enjoy those, and I have a lot of them, and I wear a lot of them, and my favorite nose is Francis Kurkdjian, and he is well established in his, house, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, for those sparkly, musky, like effervescent florals. They're fantastic. But it's nice to have something different, and there are a few houses out there that have really celebrated that, and Bohemian Orange Blossom is a nice neroli, sour orange, citrusy fragrance that isn't working too much on brightness, but more on a concentrated, juicy citrus. And that fresh spiciness that's just kind of in the background is really nice and very kind of refreshing for a hot and humid weather. So it's a nice little twist of a classic fresh citrus fragrance for summer that is not your stereotypical fresh, bright citrus fragrance a la bergamot, or grapefruit, or lemon that you normally smell, but it's still very easy to wear, very approachable, and again, following close to Atelier Cologne citrus scents, it's not too fussy. It's very easy, and it's very beautiful, and it's very nice. But it's not going to be a standalone fragrance from the house. And this is something that I've noticed with Atelier Cologne's citrus family of scents, is they're all, not that they're cohesive, it's they're all very close. They're all very similar. So it's not the type of scents where I'd say you need to own every single one. You don't need to own the bergamot and the clementine and then the orange, and now the orange blossom. Even though this is an orange blossom, the orange note in here is specifically more dominant on the skin, at least for most of the lifespan of this fragrance, than the Neroli and the orange blossom. The Neroli, I would say, would be the next note. It's where you get a little bit of that green bitterness, a little bit of the fresh spiciness, just a touch. It's not like a fresh spicy fragrance. It does have a fresh spiciness that pairs nicely with this kind of sour orange. But the orange blossoms more in the background to add a softness and a roundness to this fragrance. But a la with any of Atelier Cologne's fragrances, they are very similar. So what I have to say is if you already own, say, Clementine, California, if you already own Orange Sanguine, you do not need this fragrance. Oh, no, 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 no. Because it is going to be, in my opinion, redundant in your collection. Now, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean that you're going to think that, so obviously try it on your skin first, but it is so dang similar, specifically to those two, more specifically Orange Sanguine, that I don't think that this is successful as a new release because it is, again, so close. So close. It almost smells like maybe a flanker, like, hey, it's Orange Sanguine Neroli, you know, like now with more of a fresh spicy note to it and a little bit less of the orange, just a touch different. And that's the major issue I have with this fragrance. It's not that it's a bad fragrance, because I actually really love that fragrance. I'm kind of obsessed with Atelier Cologne citrus scents. I think they're fantastic. It's just a little redundant with the rest of their lineup, and that's the issue I have. I do like how this doesn't smell like another Neroli Portofino clone. I do like how this isn't so stickingly sweet as some orange blossom fragrances can be, although I do love it. And I do like that it's more of a warm, concentrated, juicy, slightly sour citrus fragrance on the skin. I like the composition of the scent. I think it smells really good, and I think that it is perfect for hot and humid environments, especially if you're tired of those sparkly, musky citruses and florals. It is really perfect for this type of weather. But again, when we're going into the Atelier Cologne family, it is a little redundant to some of their other more very popular fragrances. So that's the only thing I'm really docking it for. And its longevity. It really doesn't have much of any longevity. I haven't had the best luck with longevity from this house, so I don't really expect it, but I will say it's about 3 to 5 hours on my skin, and projection and sillage is moderate to mild. It's not a huge beastly fragrance, but it does make a very good scent to wear in a professional setting like work, the office, the theater, wearing it to school, because it's not an intimidating fragrance. It's not challenging, and since it's not crazy loud, if you work in an environment where people have a sensitivity to scent but you still want to smell really nice, this isn't a bad scent. So at the end of the day, I am going to say, just smelling it, if you have no experience with Atelier fragrances and you're looking for a nice summer scent or a nice citrus floral fragrance to wear, it is really beautiful. I do really enjoy it, but if you own any of their other citrus fragrances, definitely sample it first before you purchase, because it might be more of a redundant purchase. You might not need to get it because it might be too similar to something you already own from the brand. But at the end of the day, just because I say that doesn't mean it's correct, so always trust yourself over some random person on the internet. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I love to know what you guys think, positive or negative. Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I will see you next time. Bye.